Good day, and welcome to our third program for Grade 9 Agricultural Science. Today we will learn about selection and breeding of livestock. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the importance of artificial selection, discuss factors to consider when choosing animals for breeding purposes, identify different breeding systems such as inbreeding, line breeding, crossbreeding, and upgrading. Explain the importance of crossbreeding in animal production. Let us now see what we can learn from this lesson. You may possibly have all been to an agricultural show where people parade their beautiful animals before judges who then later tell them who came first and who came second. But have you ever wondered what these judges are looking for and which animals the farmers bring to the show? And why do these animals on the show look so much better than a lot of other animals that you see? The answer is artificial selection. Artificial selection is choosing the best animals for breeding purposes to improve the characteristics of livestock. This is artificial selection because in nature, a bull will choose any cow to mate with. So, for artificial selection to work, the bull has to be kept away from the cows, and the farmers only bring the bull to the cows he has selected. Artificial selection seeks to 1. Produce animals that are adapted to local condition. 2. Retain desired characteristics in livestock. 3. For animals to grow and produce well. 4. To improve the quality of livestock. And lastly, to produce livestock which are resistant to diseases, pests, and drought. So, what do farmers select for? Body form. The chosen animal must have the correct body form for the breed that the farmer is looking for. Breed color. Every breed has its own color and a different color which show that the animal is not a purebred animal. Growth rate. Farmer wants animals that grow fast so as to put them on the market fast. Reproduction records. Farmers choose animals that have previously reproduced successfully. Disease resistance. Choose animals that are healthy and able to resist diseases easily. I have an example for you. I want you to just consider body form and breed color. The cow in the middle is a healthy cow that has already had a calf. Which bull would you use to mate with this cow? Have a good look. I will give you the answer later. Now that you have seen for yourself how difficult it is to select to improve breeding, let us look at the different breeding systems. We will look at 4 different breeding systems: inbreeding, line breeding, crossbreeding, and upgrading. Inbreeding is the mating of closely related animals. Example: father and daughter or brother and sister. The farmer only uses same animals and their offspring all the time. The problem is that unwanted characteristics can be inbred and can then be difficult to get rid of. Inbreeding also leads to a high risk of miscarriages, stillbirths, and deformities. Line breeding. Line breeding is the mating of related animals, but not as closely related as in inbreeding. Example, cousins. A farmer will do this to keep a certain characteristic in the offspring. There is also a risk of defects, but the risk is smaller than with inbreeding. Crossbreeding. Crossbreeding is the mating of purebred animals of different breeds. Example, when a Brahman bull mates with a Simmental cow, the offspring is a new breed called a Simbra. The offspring of crossbreeding are known as hybrids. The offspring in a crossbreeding system is better than one of the parents, as it inherits characteristics from both parents. Upgrading. Upgrading is the mating of purebred bulls of one breed with the hybrid cows of another breed to build a new breed. The bulls are purebred and the cows are mixed. The offspring is then mated with purebred bulls again. Upgrading takes a very long time. Before you now decide which breeding system you are going to use on your farm, let us look at the advantages and disadvantages of each system. Inbreeding. Keep certain characteristics in offspring, but bad characteristics such as deformities can be inbred. Line breeding. Keeping certain characteristics in offspring, but there is a high risk of defects. Crossbreeding. Offspring is better than both parents, but expensive to keep two purebred animals. Upgrading. Offspring better than mother, but takes a very long time. We've come to the last part of today's lesson, which is the importance of crossbreeding. The offspring produce better and is stronger and more vigorous than their parents. The offspring is more resistant to diseases. The farmer gets a better income because of better production. Let us have a look at what we learned about selection and breeding of livestock. Animal selection is choosing the best animal for breeding. Selection is done to improve characteristics of livestock. Inbreeding is mating of closely related animals. Line breeding is mating of related animals. Crossbreeding is the mating of purebred animals of different breeds. Upgrading is the mating of a purebred bull with hybrid cows. Viewers, before I sign off, I would like to ask you a few questions to think about. Question number 1. State the aim of livestock selection. Question number 2. Describe the factors to be considered when selecting animals for breeding. Question number 3. Explain crossbreeding. Oh, and before I forget, the answer to our question about which bull you would choose was number 4, because of body form and color. I'm sure you all had it correct. That was program 3 in our agricultural science for grade 9, where we discuss selection and breeding of livestock. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.